but make the big move on the outside there. Lost a little bit of space, but it's the 31 car of Kevin Condren. He's the race leader as we come through 3 and 4 turns this time around. So we'll go through for Condren, the 25 car there of Mark Brown. Then we'll go back for and we have the yellow light bringing down the caution on the racetrack. Car number 55, I think that'll be Eric Smith, parked up there, virtually midway between turns number 1 and 2. Well, there you go. Who am I to judge, but we see Kevin Condren out front from the 25 car there of Mark Brown. Then we go back for Darren Power. The guy on the move at the moment, Phil Johnson in the 10 car going through turn 1 and 2 rather, on the high line. Phil Johnson in the J&J Racing Volvo powered OTR. He's trying a different line around this little old circuit, but still Kevin Condren out front. Look at Phil Johnson out on the high line. That's the way to do it. Phil Johnson picks off another one as he heads into turn 3 and 4 on the high line and moving. Okay, Kevin Condren, he's still out in front as we see Darren Power now through into 2. Phil Johnson in some sort of problem. Now we see Phil Johnson on the infield. We're not too sure if there's a problem with the racer. Doesn't look like things are going all Phil Johnson's way. Putting into magic laps up there in virtual no man's land. And right, so Kevin Condren this time. Hooking it down into turns 1 and 2 in front of Darren Power. Then we go back for Eric Smith, Matthew Adams and Leon Hennessy. The field somewhat decimated in the opening stanza of this event. Battle developing for lead place here as we see a big drag race down into turn this time with Kevin Condren's lost his position there to Darren Power, so it's Power now out in front from Kevin Condren. Then we go back for Eric Smith, Matthew Adams and Leon Hennessy. Out front the guy strutting his stuff, the 59 car there of Darren Power. Power, now that he's got around Kevin Condren, has certainly put 5-6 car lengths between himself and the second place racer, the 31 car of Kevin Condren. Then we go back for Eric Smith, who had that little bit of a coming together with the wall in the opening part of the event. So Darren Power still right out in front as we see the white flag come out this time. 1 lap of Southern 500 Speedway for Darren Power. Then we see Condren come through. Then we go back for Eric Smith. The 4th place car, Matthew Adams, would be coming through now. Then we go back for Leon Hennessy. Checkered flag this time around for Darren Power. We go back for Kevin Condren. The 55 car of Eric Smith. Then we go back for Leon Hennessy and Matthew Adams. Okie doke, so that's the opening part of the deal done. First heat for the midgets, the speed cars, on their Victorian title night. We had pioneered at Premier Speedway some years back. Seems to work effectively. Supposed to keep them side by side. We have a message here for Mark Chatterton, your mother. Sorry, we got that wrong. Jeffrey, if you can make your way over to the back gateway, your mother is over there. This time around we've got our action back on the racetrack, and it's car number 19 in Colin Lamb. He's the race leader at the moment as we head into turn 3 and 4 for the first time around. This is the 1991 version of the Victorian Speedcar title. The second heat thereof as we see him head into the back straightaway. Once again, the 16 car in second place there of Colin Patterson. We go back there, I'd be one of the Powers cars there. The 5 car of Craig Power up into third position. Then we go back for Matthew Adams. This time around it's Eric Smith in the 88 car. So we see the 5 car of Craig Power pull to the infield this time around. Race leader still car number 19 in Colin Lamb. He's holding sway rather smartly over Colin Patterson as they head down to the front chute this time around with 6 to go. Colin Lamb, he's still out in front rather smartly in the 19 car, putting a lot of ground between himself and Colin Patterson. Patterson now being hotly pursued there, this time by Eric Smith. Then we go back for the 17 car there of Mark Patton. Right, the 19 car still out in front, and Colin Lamb being able to get a clear bit of track in front of him and really shown his stuff. Gets the white flag this time around. The length of the straightaway lead over the second place car of Colin Patterson. Then we go back for Eric Smith, the 17 car there of Mark Patton, but the checkered flag comes out this time around for Colin Lamb. You see Colin Patterson coming through in 2. Then we go back for Eric Smith, the 17 car through there that time of Mark Patton. And then we go back for Peter Gent. We go back for Phil Johnson, and once again the yellow light comes on. We, by my reckoning, could have a car out of order there by my scheme of arrangement. We see Mark Brown out of 4, but we see the 7 car of Matthew Adams in there, so this time around we see a yellow light up and the green flag drops and all that stuff. So we see Darren Power out in front, Phil Johnson right in there mixing it, gets up into position number 2. Johnson will be very keen to get himself points after having missed out on any points in the opening heat. There's Darren Power out in front for Phil Johnson. Then we go back for Barry Sherburn, Matthew Adams, Shane Smith. Then we go back for Leon Hennessy, Kevin Condren and Dud Lambert at the rear of the field. Okay, the guy out in front, still a 59 car of Darren Power. Phil Johnson there just waiting for one single solitary mistake. I don't think you'll even have to make the mistake for Phil Johnson to be able to do a little number. Badly pushing a little race car there though, the number 10 J&J car. Something not exactly right with that little racer. We're liking through turns 3 and 4 this time around. As we go back and recap the field, it's still Darren Power out front from Phil Johnson. Then we'll go back for Barry Sherburn, Shane Smith, Kevin Condren, who's done the big one from the back of the field out of position number 8. Then we'll go back for Matthew Adams, Leon Hennessy and Dud Lambert. 5 laps to go. Probably 6-8 car lengths lead over Phil Johnson. The next cars are not even in the chase for the first and second positions. We go back for Barry Sherburn. Then we'll go back for Kevin Condren, who's really put the big one in. Out of position 8, he's up into 4. Then we go back for Shane Smith, Matthew Adams, Leon Hennessy and Dud Lambert. White flag comes out this time as we see the 2 race leaders going up the back straightaway. Johnson really keen to get his points this time around, but it looks like Darren Power will take out the heat. First time Darren Power from Phil Johnson. Then we'll go back. We check into the front straight away once again. The 99 car of Barry Sherburn home in 3. Then we go back for Kevin Condren, Shane Smith, Leon Hennessy, Matthew Adams and Dud Lambert. Well, you can absolutely take nothing away from Darren Power for his drive that time around, because there's one bloke there in a little number 10 racer by the name of Phil Johnson who was definitely very, very keen to take over the lead running. You go back for Leroy Beasley and the 71 car of John Faulkner. Looking pretty ragged this time around, and there's no way I'd be standing on that track. I'll give you the hot ticket. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of a go this time around. Peter Gent off the front row. Then we see a little bit of a touch there between Peter Gent and Eric Smith as they go into turn 1 that time around. Hectic action in this heat of the 1991 Victorian Speedcar title. As we see the races settle down, it's Peter Gent out front from Eric Smith. Then we go back for Mark Payton, the 5 car of Craig Power this time around. Then we go back for John Faulkner, I believe. No, of course, it's got to be the 13 car this time around of Wayne Pearce. Colin Patterson in there underneath Pearce this time through turns 3 and 4. Unable to make the grade. Relegated back 1 position. Colin Lamb on the rear of the field. Up front this time around is Peter Gent, doing it in fairly good style there from Eric Smith with the rather warm exhaust pipes. If you have a look at these little overstressed motors, as we see Eric Smith go in there hard trying to put a number on Peter Gent. These exhaust pipes are absolutely running red hot. You just take a look at these little races as they come past here, as we see Smith and Gent at it once again. And Eric Smith looks like he's got the better running of the two race cars at this point in time, as we see Gent coming back at him. High line running for Peter Gent, not the quick way around this time around, lost his position there. It's allowed the 17 car of Mark Payton through into position 2. So at this stage, as we recap the field, it's Eric Smith out front from Mark Payton. Then we go back for Peter Gent, Wayne Pearce, Colin Patterson. No, sorry, that'd be Craig Power. Colin Patterson, then comes Wayne Pearce and Colin Lamb. Race leader at this stage, with the white flag just about to come out, will be Eric Smith. Then we go back for Mark Payton and Peter Gent. Checkered flag this time around, as we see Eric Smith come through in front of Mark Payton, Peter Gent, Craig Power, Colin Patterson, Colin Lamb and Wayne Pearce. On pole. On his outside, Shane Smith. We'll watch them as they come down to the white line, and it's Johnson leads in at turn 1 this time around. Wheel liking, bicycling, an absolutely evil race car as they head into the back chute this time around. We'll watch him as he heads through turns 3 and 4. Shane Smith gone for the high line. Probably not the right way around, and it looks like Johnson's got the better running this time around. Little bit steadier through turns 1 and 2 this time for Phil Johnson. Fair bit of work going on in the pits over the interval period on this little racer, and looks like it could be paying off this time around. Phil Johnson will be out there to try and gain himself some points this time after having dropped a heat earlier in the night. Recapping the field, Phil Johnson out front, of course, from Shane Smith. Then we go back for the 99 racer of Barry Sherburn. Then we go back for Craig Power, Matthew Adams, Kevin Condren. There'll be Colin Lamb in there, Eric Smith. Johnson putting some earth between the number 10 race car and the 55 car of Shane Smith, as we see the move coming on there from the 5 car of Power. Got himself in underneath Barry Sherburn and is now out of the after, and has gained the place there of the 55 car of Shane Smith. The guy out front doing it in fine style this time around, the Volvo powered JSR high bar car. Oh, has a big bicycle there and a big dump coming from the number 5 car there of Craig Power. And we've got a fire. The bottom of the racer is on fire. How about giving that guy a big round of applause? He certainly needs it. That was a fairly wild ride. We have the fire brigade boys down here to the front straight, please, down near the start-finish position. Yeah, we got her under control, boys, you're right. No, come on, keep coming. Once again, we see Phil Johnson lead in from Shane Smith and Barry Sherburn. Could have been a little bit of work going in the Johnson camp. in the interim. We see Barry Sherburn and Shane Smith go at it. And Shane Smith got the running once again, but Sherburn right in there, just waiting for the one solitary move, and it looks like Barry Sherburn's got himself through into two this time around. Shane Smith at it once again. Kevin Condren just there waiting for one little mistake. Sherburn's moved up high, left the gate open there. Rather, that was Colin Lamb. Phil Johnson must have got the recipe right that time around, because he's certainly got a changed race car. So we see the checkered flag come out this time around for Phil Johnson. Now we go back for Shane Smith, Barry Sherburn, Colin Lamb, Eric Smith and Kevin Condren. That was probably one of the more exciting races we've seen so far this evening, with what could only be described as a massive dump there by the Power car, number 5, Craig Power. On pole on the outside of Mark Payton. Okay, so Mark Brown leads in this time, heads up the back straight away, got that 2 or 3 car lead that's desperately needed. Car bicycling lightly as they head through turns 3 and 4 this time, but it's still Mark Brown out in front from Mark Payton. There we go back to Peter Gent. You see a little bit of a gaggle of cars developing there as Dud Lambert and Cole Patterson running together there along with Darren Power. They go back for Leon Hennessy and the 71 car of John Faulkner. Out in front, still a 25 car of Mark Brown, now being challenged by Mark Payton. There we go back for Cole Patterson. The gate was open and he just drove on through there, and that's Mark Payton's swan song there for the 25 car of Mark Brown. Cole Patterson right there waiting for one single solitary mistake. Patterson moves up high, tries a different approach into turns 3 and 4, but we see a little bit of a bicycle there from the 25 car of Mark Brown. The car seems to be going off a little bit. Hits the pole line, gets all ugly and out of shape. There's still Mark Payton out in front. Then we go back once again for Mark Brown, Cole Patterson, the Darren Power. Then we go back for Peter Gent, the 71 car of Faulkner, Dud Lambert and Leon Hennessy. Race leader coming through turns 3 and 4 this time into the front chute with 2 to go is Mark Payton. Patterson there, right there, waiting for one single mistake, and he's throwing that high line in the back chute once again. Little bit of an exchange of paint there as we see the leading 4 cars. You could virtually throw a blanket over as Mark Payton out in front from Mark Brown. Colin Patterson there tries that high line once again, leaves the gate open there for the 59 car of Power, unable to get in there as we see the race winner go through, Mark Patton. Then we go back for Mark Brown, Colin Patterson and Darren Power. Well, once they got themselves sorted out, it was a fair old race developed there. Any moment now we should be able to get some points together to work out starting positions for the final of the 1991 version of the Victorian Speedcar title. And off pole this time around will be a guy we'll very much call a local round here in Phil Johnson, the Victorian number 10 car, the J&J Racing JSR. On his outside will be the 88 car of Eric Smith. Then we'll go back for Mark Payton, Darren Power. We go back for the 19 car there of Colin Lamb. We go back for Kevin Condren. Out of position 8. Out of 9 will be the defending title holder in Barry Sherburn. We go back for Peter Chant. Out of 10, Dud Lambert. Out of 11. Out of 12 will be Mark Brown, car number 25. Then we'll go back for the 13 car of Wayne Pearce. This is a chance. Get behind your favourite racer. Give him a big cheer. Come on, you only got a couple more laps there. Only have 2, maybe 3 more rolling laps. Get themselves sorted out. The white line's going out. The green flag's there, doing its stuff. This is what we're for. Get behind your favourite racer. Give him a real big cheer this time around. See. Green flags drop. We're looking pretty good for a start as we see Phil Johnson lead him in for 20-lap journey of Southern 500 Speedway. In the back chute for the first time, Johnson leads him in. A challenge coming there from Eric Smith. But at this stage, with 19 to go, it's still Phil Johnson out front as we settle ourselves down. It's Eric Smith in 2. Then we go back for Darren Powell, Mark Payton, Colin Lamb, Colin Patterson up there as we see Kevin Condren moving through the field. Then we go back for Shane Smith. Now Mark Brown on the move, as is Barry Sherburn through there, but it's still Phil Johnson out front. Smith. Then we go back for the 59 car of Darren Power, Mark Payton, Kevin Condren. The 16 car there of Patterson, Cole Lamb, Mark Brown, Barry Sherburn. We see Ferguson moving through there under Shane Smith. Some sort of problem there with Shane Smith's car, the 55 car. Seems to have lost an incredible amount of power in the opening stanza of this event, but the guy out front at the present moment in the number 10 J&J Racing JSR high bar Volvo powered cast of thousands car is none other than Phil Johnson. Okay, so it's Johnson out front now. Eric Smith in 2. Then we go back for the 59 car there of Darren Power. Action aplenty on the racetrack as we see the second bunch of racers come past the 17 car of Mark Payton, Kevin Condren in there. Condren out of Wagga in New South Wales. The guys well and truly got themselves settled down as we try and catch up with the race leaders. He's heading in the back chute. He's got himself a nice comfortable sort of lead there. None other than Phil Johnson. Race distance this time around for Phil Johnson out in front in the 10 car. Right, now we see Darren Power through into position number 2. So it's Power, Smith. Then we'll go for Mark Payton, Kevin Condren, Lamb. Then we'll go for Barry Sherburn, Mark Brown. Cast of thousands, believe me. This is where it's all happening. We see a fair gaggle of race cars coming through 1 and 2 there. Barry Sherburn, I think there's Mark Brown in there. Colin Lamb's in there. Colin Patterson's there. But the guy in front There he comes past this time, lapping through the field, none other than Phil Johnson in the number 10 car. Johnson running a higher line through turns 3 and 4 into the front chute this time around, lapping round Mark Brown. There's race cars going all directions here as we see Phil Johnson running the higher line into turns 3 and 4, absolutely walking away with this one as we see Phil Johnson come down in through the slower cars there, lapping through the traffic, absolutely magical to watch. Got the yellow light down, caution on the racetrack with 4 laps to go. And there was absolutely no doubt about who the race leader was at the race stoppage. Changes the deal completely, whereby probably by this time, if the race had gone its full distance without a restart, we would have been waving a checkered flag. This time the concentration of all these drivers has been broken. They've got to get themselves psyched up to go for 4, 5 flat out laps, just right from the drop of a hat. It's going to be all go. The situation's a little bit different this time around. Phil Johnson out in front, but now his lead, his little bit of a cushion, or a fair old cushion that he had, has been whittled away by the fact that he'll have Darren Power right on his tail. Eric Smith will be there, Barry Sherbird's there. A lot of these cars are a lap down. But believe me, the wiles of Phil Johnson will be certainly the race savvy. We're certainly working overtime just at the present moment. We've got the green and away he goes again. 4 laps on the board this time around. So it's Johnson out front from Power. Then we go back for Eric Smith, Kevin Condren, the 99 car there of Barry Sherburn. They go back for Lamb, Colin Patterson, Faulkner and Leon Hennessy, but the guy out in front, none other than Phil Johnson, holding a fair old sway. He got a good cushion between himself and Darren Power in just 1 lap of the circuit here at Southern 500. Classic wheel hiking style as we see Phil Johnson go through to take the white flag. 1 to go. This time around, it looked like we could put this one away. Checkered flag comes out this time for Phil Johnson. Then we go through for Darren Power, Eric Smith, Kevin Condren, Barry Sherburn, the Colin Lamb car there, be Colin Patterson, Steve Faulkner, Leon Hennessy, and Phil Johnson's back again. He just wanted to make sure he got it right. There's a little bit of concern earlier on in the night with the handling of Phil Johnson's car. It was rather evil on a couple of occasions, but this time around there's no arguing over what happened there, and it's certainly all going Phil Johnson's way.
Drink, you've got to get a drink. Yeah, we'll have one later.
Well, firstly, congratulations to Phil Johnson, Gary Warren, the club president up here.
Broke me trophy.
What have you done?
It's only a chance, mate.
Assembling the trophy. Hand it over to club president Gary Warren. Well, congratulations, Phil. Been around the tracks a long time. First play time, was it? Or?
Yeah, mate, 22 years of trying to get one, finally got one.
Well done. I think had the crowd behind you here and a lot of competitors. So good to see a local boy win.
Thanks, mate. I'd like to thank Paul and Speedway for putting the race on. One stage there didn't know what was going to happen at all, apparently, but well done. And gave me about 4 pair of jocks, I shit myself a few times. I'd like to thank the Speedcar Club for letting me have a run with us. The old Polly here beside me, the car owner, Jim Lane. Thanks very much for the drive, mate. Jeff Vick, Bill Barris, Andrew, Hood, Kevin, and all the crew. And
Thanks very much, Phil. Back here sometime. Let's hear it for Phil Johnson.
Thank you.
Get him in it.
Darren Power, number 2.
I know Darren.
Well done, Darren. One stage there, you were pretty close. I thought, whose race is it going to be? Unfortunately, second, it's not all that bad, is it? Yeah, we'll see not too bad. I'm getting closer each year, so hopefully next year we might. I'd like to thank the old man and his brother, and all the pit crew, and the girlfriend Paula and James. Thanks a lot. Good. Thanks very much. Good to have you here.
Yeah, you guys can have that deal.
Eric Smith, third place. Well done, Eric.
Thank you. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Bill.
Seems to become a bit of a important special. I think you done pretty well last time here too, didn't you? Yes, no, we had a bit of luck down here last time. I'd just like to thank the 2 boys. They've had a lot of faith in me, kept me going over the last few years. They tell me I'm getting too old, but I don't know. I keep coming back. My wife. Also a special thanks to Barry Sherburn, who helped me out last weekend. He doesn't know how. And also to Woodard Fastmarket for the assistance for the car. Thank you. Good, thanks very much. There's the trophy. Thank you.
Yeah,
Just while we're posting, let's see more events to go and we speed up those. We're ranked for the first season towards the third Victorian Speedcar title.
Yeah, where's
Good work, just morning, Phil. Good work, first lap. I'm not 25 laps of this. It was a bit tough, mate, was it? You got it. You almost.